Welcome to Brain Vision.
Okay guys, this is chapter 23, problem 6. In this question, we're given that there's an economy that produces only one good. I think it's a candy bar. In year 1, the economy produces 6 bars and there's a market price of $4 per bar. In year 2, it produces 4 bars at a market price of $5 per bar. In year 3, it produces 5 bars at a market price of $6 per bar. And when we're calculating the GDPs, we're going to be using year 1 as the base year. And so the first part of the question asks us what nominal GDP is each year. And so recall that nominal GDP is just the price of the good times the quantity that's produced. And so we have the nominal GDP in year 1 is a price of 4 times 3 bars equals 12. Nominal GDP in year 2 is a price of 5 times the quantity of 4 equals 20. And GDP in year 3, nominal GDP in year 3 is price of 6 times the quantity of 5 equals 30. The second part of the question then asks us to calculate real GDP. And again, recall that real GDP is the current year's quantity times the price of the base year. And remember that the base year is year 1 in this question, is year 1. So year 1 real GDP is going to be the same as nominal GDP. It's a price of 4 times the quantity of 3 equals 12. For year 2, we have a price of 4, the base year price, times the quantity we produced in year 2, which is 4 equals 16. And for year 3, we still have the same price times the quantity we produced in year 3, which equals 20. The third part of the question then asks us to calculate the GDP deflator. And remember that the GDP deflator equals nominal GDP over real GDP times 100. And so the year 1 GDP deflator is nominal GDP and real GDP times 100, which equals 100. The GDP deflator is always going to be 100 for the base year. The year 2 GDP deflator, we have nominal GDP, which was 20, over real GDP, which was 16 times 100, which equals 125. And year 3, we had 30 over 20 times 100, which equals 150. The fourth part asks us by what percent did real GDP change from year 2 to year 3. This is a really easy just percent change calculation. Remember, GDP was 20 in year 3 and it was 16 in year 2. So we have 20 minus 16 divided by 16, which equals 25%. Part E is then asking us, according to the GDP deflator, what was inflation between years 2 and years 3? And again, this is just a percentage change, just this time in the GDP deflator. Remember, the year 3 deflator was 150, and the year 2 deflator was 125. So we have 150 minus 125 over 125 equals 0.2. or 20%. And the last question asks us, how could we answer what inflation was in a one good economy without first calculating the real GDP and the GDP deflator? And the answer is just look at the price change. Because there's only one good, the change in that one price is going to equal inflation. Just look at the price change. So this was question 6 of chapter 23.